Namaste, family. I am so happy to be here. I almost didn't make it, y'all, because I woke up feeling really low. Some things were just coming up, and I just wanted to just stay in bed and order some shitty Uber Eats and not do anything at all. But I decided against that, as hard as it was to not just stay in bed. I was like, you know what? Let me just go for a walk. Let me make my bed and take a shower and put on some lipstick and go for a walk, and let's see what that does. And I am so proud of myself for actually choosing my highest timeline, because I could have chosen that timeline of just being in bed and eating shitty foods, which I always do that, and that just it just makes me feel more shit. So I am happy that I chose my highest timeline and decided that, hey, I'm gonna go for a walk. And then that walk did wonders, guys. Like, I went to the park and I did a little bit of yoga there. I'm gonna put a clip in right now. How beautiful did that look? And now I'm back and I feel good. This is what alchemy is, guys. This is what alchemy is. Like, I went outside and I went to the park to just look at beautiful things. Like, the sun was beautiful, like the trees and butterflies. You probably saw me getting distracted by a butterfly there. It was all beautiful, that it all just reminded me of the beauty within. And now I am here, so I'm so happy that I am here. In today's video, we are going to talk about exactly what I did today, and that is elevating your frequency, and why elevating your frequency is important. First things first, what does it mean to elevate your frequency? It basically means to raise your vibration. We have established that everything is energy and everything is vibrating at a specific frequency, right? And you attract the frequency that you are vibrating on. And so essentially, we want to elevate our frequency so we can attract what is truly meant for us. And these are the steps that you need to take in order to elevate your frequency. The first thing that you need to do is to decide that you want to change, and make that decision from the inside out. You need to decide within yourself that, you know what? I am ready to change. I am committed to change. I am ready to do whatever it takes to elevate my frequency. And once you get to that point, then nothing can actually stop you. And what that change entails is you actually addressing the limiting beliefs that are stopping you from living in your highest frequency. So you have to become aware of the beliefs that you carry, the beliefs that um basically that barrier between you and your potential. And yo, this process requires you to be brutally honest with yourself. You need to be brutally honest with yourself. And it's not an easy process, because a lot of us hold all these limiting belief systems that tell us that we are not enough, that we don't deserve the best, that we cannot do it. So you need to be honest about that. You need to be honest about the fact that that's what you truly believe. And a lot of the times, like, being honest about something like that comes with a lot of shame, and not a lot of people are ready to deal with that shame. They are not ready to deal with that shame. So you need to be ready to deal with your shame, and not just deal with your shame, but love your shame. Love your shame and love it so much that you are willing to let it go, right? Because when you love something and when you love someone, you are willing to detach from it. So we're not talking about you looking at, your shadow, because that's where shame lies, in our shadow selves. We're not talking about you looking at your shadow and criticizing it, or like hating it, or talking bad about it, because at the end of the day, that shadow is you. And so when you talk bad about your shadow self, you are talking bad about yourself, and that's what we don't want to be doing. But it's about working with your shadow self, right? And telling your shadow self that, hey, this belief system doesn't serve us anymore. In order for us to get to this point of our lives, we need to let it go, and we need to adopt a new belief system. Change your beliefs and you change your life. And if you're somebody that thinks that it is hard to change your beliefs, then that in itself is a limiting belief system. You can literally choose to like become a whole new version of yourself if you want to. Like, there is the only thing and person that would be stopping you is you. Remember that our belief systems create our reality, and we have power over our belief system. Like, once you bring all these deep rooted belief systems to your conscious mind, then you have the power to actually change those belief systems. And it is ultimately creating belief systems that um what's the word I'm looking for? Creating belief systems that support the highest version of yourself, that is going to raise your frequency, which brings us to the second step in raising your frequency, which is to control what you let into your energetic field, to control that. Because remember, guys, the things that we watch, what we read, what we listen to, what we eat impacts us. It all impacts us, whether we are aware of it or not. Like, anything that we pay attention to, it affects us. So if you're somebody that is watching low vibrational movies, listening to low vibrational music, eating low vibrational frequencies, you are going to be vibrating on a low frequency, because you are part in activities that are low vibrational. So you need to be very, very conscious of like what you let in. Like, I have stopped listening to a lot of the music that um I used to listen to. I stopped watching a lot of, like, even my favorite shows that I used to watch. And even with what I am like very conscious of what I consume, because ultimately that affects your frequency, guys. And ever since I started doing this, I have noticed a massive difference in my energy. Like, no joke. I didn't even realize that my energy was being so drained by what I used to consume. Like, guys, it's definitely, it works. So just be conscious of the energy that you let in, because you've heard the saying, you are what you eat. Well, you are what you consume. The third step to elevate your frequency is to let go of attachments. Realize that nothing is yours to keep, not even your life. It is borrowed. Okay. And attaching to things and people is actually just a result of fear, right? That is not love. When you truly love something, someone, you you are able to let it go, right? You don't attach. Attaching is going to keep you in a low vibrational frequency, because attaching just is another form of a lack mentality. And the thing about attachment is that it keeps you stagnant, right? When you're attaching to a situation, a person, a place, you are actually not creating space for something new to come in. There's this saying that manifestation is not so much about attracting, but it's about letting go and creating space for that new thing, for that new life to come in. We need to create space for these things. But when you realize that the only constant is change, then you allow that change to happen. You allow that process of life. Like, notice even with your breath, right? The only way for you to receive a new breath is for you to let go of an old breath. So this is the cycle of life: letting go, receiving, letting go, receiving. And attachment doesn't really create space for that natural process of life to happen. Another great way to elevate your frequency is to practice a meditation called Ho'oponopono. I think that's how you say it. I will leave a link in the description box below so you can learn more about it. But basically what it is in practice to basically like practice forgiveness and to repent, right? So this meditation has 4 affirmations in it, and that's: I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. And that's not to say you are apologizing to people that have wronged you, but what it basically is you are clearing, it helps you to clear your energetic field, which is also, it's like your aura, right? So we attract situations in our lives, and we attract people in our lives from this energetic field. So whatever energy this field carries is whatever energy we are going to attract into our lives. So practicing Ho'oponopono allows you to clear this energetic field so that you are more able to attract the things that you actually desire. It gives you this opportunity to now start being intentional with your energy, right? So this is what I mean by forgiveness. You're more so forgiving yourself for energetically attracting certain situations in your life, because I said before, we create our reality, and whatever situation and whatever people that come into our lives, we have attracted that. A lot of the times is unintentionally, but it is our energetic fields that brings that into our lives. So when you practice this meditation, you clear this energetic field, and it allows you to be more intentional about what you invite. And I have been practicing this meditation, guys, for the last couple months. Like, a friend sent it to me on Instagram and she was like, have you checked this out? I'm like, no, but I'm about to. And it works. Honestly, I feel like my energy is mine again. Like, I feel like I've called my power back, and I definitely feel a whole lot lighter. So I'm going to leave that link in the description below, and let me know how you guys go. Practice this meditation for 21 days. 21 days, because it has to be a consistent practice. And I'm curious. I want to hear how you guys go, because it definitely worked wonders for me. The last step that I have listed here is to know yourself, trust yourself, be yourself. All these 3 points that I've listed, they go together, right? Because if you don't know yourself, you can't really trust yourself, and you can't be yourself. learn yourself, guys. I know it sounds like such an obvious thing to be like, know yourself. You're like, oh, Neil, I know myself. Like, do you really? Do you really? Because I'm still learning myself. I'm still learning myself. The thing about not knowing yourself is you doubt yourself so much and you don't trust yourself, right? And because you don't trust yourself, you miss out on all the important information from your intuition. You miss out on that. So if you trust yourself, because you know yourself, right? So there's no reason not to trust yourself, right? If you trust yourself, then that allows you to be yourself. And guys, the highest frequency is authenticity. I used to think that it was love. Love is definitely up there, but the highest frequency that tops love is authenticity. And the reason authenticity is the highest frequency is because authenticity is exactly what's going to get you everything that you want. You cannot get everything that you desire if you are not yourself. If you are not authentic to yourself. Because the life you desire is unique to who you really are. So if you're not who you really are, it's impossible for you to get the life that you desire. So practice being yourself. And in order to be yourself, it all comes back to loving yourself enough to be yourself. And that is my mic dropped, more like my pen dropped. Thank you everyone for tuning in to this video. As always, if you like this video and you resonated with this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Thank you, YouTube fam. I'll see y'all in the next video.